Hi, everybody. We're back. Ingwe Immigration's Tuesday question and answer period. Um, we would like to welcome everybody to post their questions in the comments box. We're live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We will be answering all your immigration related questions today. Ingwe Canada is a licensed immigration firm here um, in Toronto. We help with all kinds of immigration across Canada, across the 10 provinces and 3 territories. Again, welcome everybody for immigration. I've got Human, my colleague from the Toronto office, on our Instagram page. So the people who are watching us on Facebook or YouTube, you may not see that, but Human is here joining us. How are you, Human?
Good, and you?
Good, good,
So,
good, good.
hello everybody. So, hopefully, we could answer all the questions during the meeting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So again, everybody, post your questions on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, and we would be happy to help anybody regarding the new PR stream which the Canadian government has announced. International student questions, whether it's admission or the new Ontario provincial nominee program, and obviously the new PR program, Human, that's going to open on Thursday. What do you expect? What has the government announced anything yet?
Yeah, I think maybe tomorrow, the last day, they announce something, but let's see what happens. So, but usually, maybe it's gonna be the huge changes. So we don't know.
Yeah.
So far we assume as like the express entry.
Yeah, yeah. So if somebody's thinking express entry, so that means they should have all their eligibility criteria ready, right, for the new PR stream for international students and foreign workers in Canada, right?
Yeah, that's right. So any eligibility criteria that published by the government for the new PR stream, so you have to be ready, all the information and documentation. So maybe they ask at the time of registration to upload all the documents. So
Yeah.
it's better to have all the document and information in hand, and then because we don't know that how long does it take to reach the cap. So based on previous experience, we know that sometimes maybe less than hour, some cap is
Yeah.
hit. So
the program, the new PR program, might close immediately within hours, within 1 hour, within few hours, maybe within a couple of days. But we expect, like Human mentioned, due to the high demand, the English applicants stream for the new federal immigration PR program to close within maybe a couple, 1 or 2 hours, right?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So if for anybody who's joined us just now, you can post your questions in the comment section, and me and my colleague Human will answer your immigration related questions live. Don't worry about, whether the question is, mundane or, it's too obvious. There is no such thing as a bad question. Okay. So we have a few questions here, Human. So Ratnesh 10 is saying, hi, is there any definitive list of documents that I should keep ready to apply on Thursday? I am an international graduate with open work permit and employed. So Uma, what do you suggest to him to prepare for Thursday in terms of documents?
So as all we know that the requirement, one of them is the educational. So you need the certificate, the graduation certificate and the transcript in order to show that you have completed at least 2 years program.
Yeah.
And then in the other hand, you need the job offer, job letter, so employment letter, pay slips to show that you are employed. And then the language ability, which is for English is IELTS or CELP. And then if you know the French, you can choose the French as well. And then also what we expect the postgraduate. So
the work permit.
To show that you have a valid work permit. So even it's postgraduate work permit, open work permit, or any valid work permit. So these are the obvious that we know that most probably the government asks for the proof at the time of registration.
Yeah.
The other document, yes, we're assuming that it's better to complete, to be ready. So
Yeah.
but nobody knows that what sort of other document they require.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure, as Human said, your employment document. So you are currently employed, pay slip, employment reference, educational documents such as your graduation letter, your transcripts, your study permit copies from the time you were studying to make sure that you had valid status, and your current work permit. For the temporary foreign worker stream, you need your work permit throughout the time you've gained that 1-year work experience. Plus, everybody, you need your language scores ready. The exam has to be ready, right? And if everybody checks our social media, we've actually posted some snapshots of the government's basically steps and stages for Thursday when they're opening this new PR program, right? So they've mentioned that registration, eligibility check, document upload, permanent residency payment, right? Okay, so we're gonna flip back and forth between YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So I'm gonna switch over to somebody on Facebook, Julianne C. Nunez, who's saying, I just want to confirm I'm holding a PGWP and I'm working as a healthcare worker. I have 1,560 hours with less than 1 year. Is that okay? What do you think, Human? What's your suggestion here?
So it should be 12 months, complete.
Yeah.
So even, for example, if somebody's reached that hours of the job in 8 months, it's not acceptable by the government.
Yes. So sorry, Julianne, you cannot fast track. So there's people who might work 50 hours a week and they can obtain 1,560 hours, which is the equivalent of 1 year work experience in 6 or 7 or 8 months. The government will not accept that. They consider maximum 30 hours a week. But don't worry, we believe that there will be more programs opening up in the next 4, 5, 6 months, because there is a gap of 100,000 people that they still need to invite for PR. And today, just Human knows as well, one of our clients received their PR confirmation after 5 months processing express entry. So that's excellent news for anybody who's going in express entry. It's fast track. If they're inside of Canada, Canadian experience class, within 5 months, they've received their permanent residency.
So Reza is less than 5 months. It's 4.5.
4.5, yeah. So even better. So Paris has a question. She said, hello, 2 years. Hold on, my screen is a bit small. 2 years diploma in Canada known as post-secondary. Yeah, a 2-year diploma in Canada in college is considered post-secondary. Correct. So post-secondary can mean many things. For the new PR stream, for the international students, it should be minimum 2 years, right? It cannot be 2 times 1 year certificates, right? It has to be a continuous 2-year full-time program, unless it's a bachelor's, associate degree, or a master's degree. That can be like a 1 year or 1.5 year, or 8 month or a shorter than 2 year diploma or college degree that is in the skilled trades, right? In the subject of skilled trades. So let's look at other questions here. Can you see any? What documents do we need? No, we covered that. What questions do we have? Hello, Samira. Okay. How long are they taking to give the student visa? Okay, so this is Chris Morales, 2411. So if somebody is outside of Canada, Human, and they apply for a study permit, how long does it take right now to get approval for a study permit?
So it depends on the country of origin. So because the processing type of each office, visa responsible office for each country is different. So but for the Middle East country, it depends. So I don't know that.
Well, I think they'll be from a Latin. It sounds like they're from South America.
So it's gonna be between 1 and 2 months. 4 weeks to 8 weeks the maximum.
Yeah. So you can expect 4 to 8 weeks from outside. From inside of Canada, it could be 1 month, it could be 2 months. They typically look at your letter of admission and the date your program will start, correct? And remember, everybody, you can appeal decisions with Canadian immigration under certain circumstances. A lot of people don't know this, right? Study permits, visitor visas, work permits, spousal sponsorships, business, you can at the federal level, not the provincial level. So if you were planning to get nominated by the province, but you were canceled or denied, you cannot appeal that. You can request a reconsideration with the province, but not federal court. So let's look at some other questions, Uman. So everybody who's just joined us, we are answering questions, immigration-related questions for Canada. Whether you're inside or outside of Canada, you can post your questions on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. We'd be happy to answer them live. We are a licensed immigration firm here in Canada, and we're always answering. So I've got a question on YouTube too, but we'll do this Instagram and then we'll do YouTube. With an open profile and express entry, do I need to opt for the new stream of PR? Do I need to opt for the new stream of PR? So, Human, if somebody has an express entry profile, can they still apply for the new PR stream?
Yes, they can. So if they haven't received the ITA, which is in the invitation from the government, so they can. So, and then it's better if they can register, then they can withdraw that application. So if they have not received the invitation and they haven't uploaded the document, supporting document through the express entry.
Okay, yes, exactly. So if you haven't applied for your permanent residency yet through express entry, you can switch and just go to the PR. You cannot have two PR applications at the same time. So Nilesh Kulkarni from our YouTube channel has, and we're pretty new to YouTube, everybody. Just so we started on Instagram and Facebook. We're just entering YouTube. He's saying for CEC, Canadian Express, if we say yes, WES not done, still allows submit profile. So any other program that allows such as WES taking time. So it means that, what did you make of this, Human? So for the Canadian Experience, if we say that we have the WES ECA, but it's not done, it still allows you to submit the profile. Yeah, but you don't get the points right? Yeah. Nilesh, you do not get the points. You can create it, but what's going to happen is you can only get two kinds of points, high school or Canadian education. You will not get points for your post-secondary degrees from overseas, right? So that's correct. Yeah, exactly.
But he can register and create the profile, and then later on you can update the profile, and whenever you have received the ECA, then you can update the profile.
Yeah, exactly. So you create the profile, it doesn't hurt, it's valid 1 year. You can then, after it expires, you can recreate it. You don't need to pay money to the government unless you're invited for permanent residency. So Sabrina Matoka is asking, what is express entry? So this is something that many people who are not familiar with Canadian immigration may ask. So just to clarify, you can add on what I'm mentioning, Human, is express entry is a skill-based immigration stream which the Canadian government has implemented, photocopied from the Australian immigration system. They allocate points based on your profile, and based on the highest number of points, they select candidates from this pool and they invite them for permanent residency. And they allocate points based on your age, your education, your highest level of it, your ability in English and French using the exams like IELTS or TEF and TCF in French, or CELPIP, and your work experience and your links to Canada. So express entry, you can look it up, go on the Canadian immigration website, and it's a skilled immigration stream that allows you for direct permanent residency. Unfortunately, it's very biased. So people who are older than 29 will lose points every year, right, Human?
Yeah, that's correct.
And typically right now, the Canadian government is selecting people from inside of Canada. The priority is inside everybody. If you're not inside of Canada, your chances are low unless you're being sponsored by your family, who is a Canadian, right?
Yeah. Most probably the next year is going to be back to normal.
Hopefully.
Maybe, yeah.
Can you explain about IM0008? Parisa is asking this. So Parisa is mentioning the form, the generic PR application form for the Canadian government found on their website. She's asking if we can explain the form. So Human, could you give us a little bit of insight about this form that most people will need for Thursday, May 6th PR application?
So the new PR stream is gonna be looks like the Express Entry. In the Express Entry, there is no specific forms, but all the information which you are looking at the form, the IMM008, the generic form, is gonna be asked you over the creating the profile and submitting your application. So there is no specific form like the PR, for example, application which we mail to the government of Canada, the CIC. Or for example, for a study of work permit, we have filled out the forms and then uploaded. But in these systems, so there is no specific form. So, but the information on the forms you need to know because you have to answer and fill out the answer provided for each question.
Yeah.
But I believe there is no forms. There is no forms you have to fill out and then upload it unless that you have a representative, which obviously you need the use of representative form or some consent form. Yeah.
So Nilesh in YouTube is asking, can we apply for other programs without WES? Yes, right? Like this new PR program, you don't need WES.
No.
Yeah. There's no education credential assessment neither, whether it's WES or one of the other organizations, right? So we have for new pathway. Okay, so let's look at some for new pathway. So we have a question on Insight. It says Mahmoud Ibrahim 99. For new pathway CELPIP IELTS booking were all fully booked. Will be it late if I applied on May 15th, for example? What do you think, Human?
So hopefully, there is no, the cap is not reached by the time. So, and then you can apply on May 15th. So, but we believe that, based on previous experience and then different streams and category like the Paris sponsorship, maybe it's gonna be the cap reach is within 1 or 2 days. Yeah. So, and then, but again, so anybody doesn't have the IELTS or other things, try to get it because nobody knows. So what happens? So maybe so 2-3 months again they
reopen it. Yeah, maybe if it closes, you know what? I guarantee you. Okay, I'm going on live TV here, not TV, YouTube. If the program closes the same day, within 3 hours, 1 hour, 1 minute, they will reopen it after 4 or 5 months. I guarantee you that. And I'm live being recorded. So if I'm wrong, you can always use this document to sue me. Okay, because if there's what happens, Human, when a program opens up and it's closed within like an hour, people get frustrated. There's complaints, right? Yeah. So they'll come up maybe end of this year and try another program on the same program, or they'll extend it or reopen it, right?
Yeah, right.
So here's an interesting question. So Soma Surya Prasad is asking, any information about what, hold on, sorry. Any information about what time, hold on. Any information of how to apply on the day. So I think he means, and what exactly, when it exactly will open on May 6th. What's your thought there, Human, on this?
So we don't know yet. So, but we believe that maybe it's they opened the program at 12, Eastern time. So it's covered the time difference between Eastern and Western. So, but by tomorrow they will announce for sure, because nobody knows that the program is open 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12. But we believe it's gonna be 12 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, somewhere around 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's our expectation. Yeah, because they want to give, exactly like Human mentioned, a chance for people west coast of Canada, like in BC, Alberta, to apply, because you don't want them to waking up 6 a.m. So if you're in BC, don't worry, you don't need to wake up at 6 a.m. So there's one more. Okay, so Samira has a question. What is the status of the students that just submitted their PGWP? Human, you can answer that.
So the status for the PGWP is gonna be the valid study permit, complete the education, obtain the degree or diploma, and then apply for the PGWP.
Yeah, so implied status. So you can work full-time the second you've successfully submitted application for a postgraduate work permit. So
and Reza, today we submit one application, and then it's actually yesterday we submit application, and today we received the confirmation, not the work permit, but the government provide the letter that from today your officially can work until you make it the final decision. Which is
so they've clarified it, right? In the letter, they're actually telling you you're allowed to work until A, you are refused, or until the work permit comes in, and then it gives you the new validity, right? Or they give you a specific date, correct? Okay.
Yeah, correct.
So there's a question on our Facebook page, and there's a question, Big Chung, on our YouTube. So let's look at the Facebook page first. So there's Andreas Asuncion. I also worked in the healthcare right now. What way can I apply for the new PR? So she's worked in the healthcare stream, right? So basically you need 1 year work experience under the foreign worker stream, right? In the essential occupations she's asking about, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. And you should complete at least 12 months. So, and for sure, they will ask for all the payslip to make sure that the person applied.
Yeah.
Yes, she or he has the 1 year full-time work experience in that specific occupation.
Exactly. So if you're familiar with Express Entry, you will expect that they want detailed payslips, proof that you've met the 1,560 hours for the foreign worker, healthcare, or essential occupation category. Okay, so you can apply under that, but you need your language scores. So if you have French, you don't need to rush, because French applicants have until November to apply. Okay, but English applicants, it's a cap of 40,000 and 50,000 for foreign workers. And yes, it will be a rush. It will be like the Wild Wild West, everybody. Okay, so let's look at the question on YouTube. So the Sabrina Matoka is asking, is IELTS test a must even if we're applying for a work permit in Quebec? No, because Quebec doesn't really care about language. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it depends on what stream you're applying, Sabrina, and eligibility and program specific requirements are different for each province, each program. Some programs don't need IELTS. Some programs need language exam scores, right? And Nikesh on YouTube is asking, last question, if current work permit cannot be extended beyond 5 years in current challenging time exceptions. Yeah, so if you've been here for 5 years and you're not eligible to renew, Nilesh, there's not going to be a program specific allowing you to renew it, right? So if you've been here and it's expiring, unless you have a spouse who can continue to work or become an international student, you cannot renew unless an employer sponsors you through a labor market impact assessment or a provincial program, right? Yeah, so if anybody's just joining us, we have our live immigration question and answer period. We answer all your questions for free here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We're actually live on all 3 platforms. And we're here every Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So there's more questions, Human. We got to look at them.
So I saw one question from one of my friends.
Okay.
She asked the academic audience is accepted for the new program or not?
That's a good question, right, Human?
Yeah. For the language,
They haven't announced it. So all they said is you need an IELTS or TEF or TCF or CELPIP. So what do you recommend, Human? Somebody who only has the academics, they don't have the general. What should they do on May 6th?
So first of all, you need to book an IELTS for the general. This is the priority. So anytime that available, book the IELTS. But I personally, if I am the person, I apply and then provide my academic IELTS. Worst case scenario, they refuse the application. So and then next time, so I can apply with my general IELTS.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would too. Exactly. I completely agree. So another person is asking another question, HXDDEE. Everybody, make sure your names are a little bit easier for me to pronounce here. I don't have my IELTS TRF yet. Can I apply on Thursday? What do you think, Human?
No, it's not possible.
Okay. Yeah.
This is one of the requirements. So the IELTS, the graduation, and then also for international student, and then showing you are employed. These are the mandatory, the information, and then most probably they ask you the documentation as well.
Yeah. So the first stage. So if you go on our social media posts, you will see there's some snapshots of the stages that the government has announced for Thursday, May 6th program. So they're going to do the registration and eligibility check before you can upload or apply. Right, so 99%, unfortunately, that won't be possible. So there's a question again from Julianne on Facebook. She's saying, originally I came here as an international student for 1 year, and I got a 1-year certificate. Am I eligible to apply for PR under the international student stream? What is the answer to that, Huma? What do you think?
So no, they don't accept it. It should be 2 years.
Yeah, unless it was a master's degree or it was in the skilled trades, okay, then you would not be eligible under the international student category for May 6th. Are you saying the healthcare program will be closed in days as well? This is somebody asking. What do you think, Human?
Hopefully not, but we don't expect to the program open for long. So maybe 2-3 days. So international student, it's gonna be fast. But yeah, but the
occupations, I think there's a chance it will be open for a week. Who knows, right?
Who knows? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I think the first program to close is the international student stream, the new PR.
Yeah.
But then later on, I think the foreign worker stream will be with a delay to close. That's our guess. Who knows? Really, nobody knows. So we have another question on our Facebook from Safe Bad. Says, what documents will be required to prove that I'm employed? Payslip, employment reference letter. So as of the date, the most recent payslip when you're applying, and an employee reference letter stating that, hey, this person is employed as of this date. This is their wage. This is their job. This is the date they started. This is the location they're working, whether it's full-time or part-time. For this new PR program, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So another question from Benny MTK. Is English a must for someone applying for a work permit outside of Canada, especially when they want to work in Quebec? No, it's not required. So when you apply for a work permit, and if it's under a labor market impact assessment or specific provincial program, you have to prove the eligibility for that program. Each program is different. And also you have to prove for a work permit that you can do the job. So if language is required, whether it's French or English, you have to prove that, hey, I've been educated in that language. So I can do the job and communicate with my employer, whether it's French or English. Or if you cannot prove it, you have to provide a language exam saying, hey, I can do it. Or I've lived in a country and worked in a country where English or French was the main language, right?
Yeah.
So if anybody's just joined us, we're here answering questions regarding Canadian immigration, and make the most of it, everybody. We're here every Tuesday, 9 a.m., 5 p.m. We do charge $250 an hour. So make the most of it. We're answering questions for free. So here we are. Bruargente on our Instagram is asking, can I have a profile on Express Entry and also a profile for the new PR stream? We've answered this once before, but Human, you can explain again to him.
Yeah, it's possible. But if you have not received the invitation from the IRCC, the ITA, and submit your supporting document, yes, it's possible.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nobody can have a too active profile in the government
for the permanent residency.
Website.
Yeah,
permanent
exactly.
Residency,
So Safe Bats is saying, what documents will be required to prove that I'm employed? I think we answered that on Facebook. What is the express entry? I think I explained that. I'm a little bit behind on the questions on Instagram. So Manju Sharma on Facebook is asking, I haven't received the IELTS yet. Can I still apply? No, we answered this a similar question, and no, unfortunately, if you don't have the French or English language exam ready, that's been valid for 2 years since the date of application, you won't be eligible for this PR stream. Do we need a medical? This is Devan, what is it? Devan Gibatolia. Do we need the medical? What do you think, Human?
Yeah, for sure, because it's a PR, it's a permanent residency. The government will ask the applicant, the qualified applicant, to undergo the medical. But we believe that they don't ask for the proof at the time of registration.
Yeah.
So medical, police check, so it's going to be mandatory for any PR program in this stream, including this one as well.
Yeah, you don't need the medical right away, but after you register, you fill in your eligibility criteria, they will require medical, and at that point you can make an appointment and go get your medical done. So focus on the eligibility documents first and the information, then worry about the medical. So Manju Sharma on Facebook says, I haven't received the TRF, but I do have the IELTS results available online. That should be fine, right? If they already have the scores.
It depends on if you just ask for the information, it should be fine.
Yeah.
But if you ask for upload the documents, so in this case, you need the reports. So
exactly.
With the information, it's going to be more. But let's see what happened tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So the point is that you can try to apply with the information that you have online from IELTS. You register. If they want the document in the same day, it's a problem. But if they give you 30 or 60 days to upload, then you're fine. So I think it's worth applying, right?
Yeah, that's good.
And then another question on Instagram, do I need to have a medical for the new stream? Yes, we answered that. So you do need it, but you don't need it the same day. You can do it after you've registered successfully. Because folks, there's no point for you to actually get a medical and not register, right? What's the point of that? We don't need medical. Well, you don't need it now, but you will need it for PR. Every PR program needs medical. What other questions do we have, Human? We don't need medical at the time of registration. No, most likely no, because people will not have that ready. So if they want medical and police clearance certificates at the time of registration, I think 99% of people cannot apply, right?
I saw the question that Samuel asked.
Yeah, what is it?
Work permit active, do I need to make another GC key for the new stream?
No.
So no, anybody can use the same GC key. So in the one account, you can apply for work permit, study permit, different PR. Yeah. So you don't need to create the new GC key for the new PR.
So here we are. So Samuel says, I've heard that I can fill out the express entry more than 3 times. Is that correct? 2 in this year that I'm waiting for PR. Do I need to work in the same position and same company? No, I don't think you can have. Can you have like 3 express entry profiles, Human?
So I've never heard that there is the limits for the applying to the express entry.
Yeah, so
but
there's no.
Personally, I don't have an experience that somebody applied 3 times.
Yeah, the point is, your chances will not increase if you have three profiles. Your profile is your profile is your profile. That's like saying. That's like saying, I'm gonna have. I don't know. Like it's like if you. It's a bit difficult to explain, but there's no difference if you have 3 profiles. This is not a lottery, right? It's not like I have more chances of visa. It's the highest profile points are selected. So whether you have 10 profiles on Express Entry or 1, just make sure you have enough points to be selected for permanent residency to Canada. Miguel is asking a question. Can I apply for, okay, oh, shoot. Sorry about that. Sorry, back again. Can I, my screen is small. Can I apply for the new international graduate PR program with a work permit expiring in less than 6 months? What do you think, Human?
Yes.
Yes,
it's possible.
Yes, you can. So as long
as registration, you need to have the valid work permit.
Yes. So even if it expires in 3 months or 6 months, you can apply, and you most likely, if you're eligible, your registration is successful, you would be eligible for a bridging work permit to extend your stay. So Samir has another question. Job offer is different than LMIA. The contract that I have is going to be counted as a job offer, or it means my employer needs to apply for LMIA. So I think she means Express Entry. So what do you think, Human?
So I didn't get what she means that. So
I think she's saying that is her job offer an LMIA-based one for Express Entry? And if not, then should her employer create an LMIA for her to have a job offer? And with Express Entry, as you know, that's correct. You cannot upload a job offer to gain the additional 50 points for NOC A or B or 0, and 200 is for double 0 NOC, unless it's approved. So a labor market impact assessment, or there is specific LMI exemption codes that are approved for that, right? So so for your case, Samira, you do need an LMIA to gain those extra 50 points. So your employer needs the LMIA, right? So Express Entry does not accept any job offer. Even if you're on a postgraduate work permit, you upload a job offer, it doesn't count. You need the labor market impact assessment, right? Okay, so I hope we've answered all the questions. I mean, the stream for essential workers in the healthcare sector. Yeah, we answered that. Any news that if this pathway will work, like reserve a place and then gather documents for 90,000, or whoever uploads all the docs first? So I think he's asking, is it like, will they give you time to upload, or is it just like whoever uploads first gets a spot? What do you think?
Yeah. So I personally think it's gonna be like Express Entry. So you apply it, and then they give you a time frame to upload the document. But who knows? Maybe this is the new stream. Maybe they ask for the document upfront. Nobody knows, unless that there's some announcement we have tomorrow by the government.
I believe that it's for the for certain documents you have time to upload it, like police clearance and medical. That's our assumption. Express Entry gives you 60 days typically. In COVID, it's giving you 90 days, right, Human? So we expect this somewhere to be in between, but let's see. So somebody else, Devangi Patolia, is asking, do I need to have a medical for the new stream? Yes, but you don't need it on May 6th. That's basically, that's asking too much of applicants. But you do need it later when you have successfully registered. Paris is asking, I have a profile in IRCC, so is it work for new stream on May 6th? So I think she means like a GC key, right?
Yeah, if you have a GC key, you can use that GC key to create your profile.
Yeah.
But if you have it, a profile in the Express Entry, and then again, you're okay. You can apply through the Express Entry if you have not received the invitation or ITA from the government.
Somebody is asking, is there any update of how they're accepting applications? Take a look at our social media posts. We have some snapshots. It should give you some idea. Do we need to have a medical? Yeah, we already answered that. Okay, there's a lot of questions. Do we need a medical before applying? No, probably. No, not before applying. What are the main documents to be submitted for international graduates from a 4-year bachelor's? So it's the same for all the international student streams, right? For this program on May 6th. Transcripts, your study permits while you were studying, your postgraduate work permit, your employment reference and pay slips, and your IELTS, CELPIP, or the French exams, TEF and TCF.
Exactly.
So do we need a medical for this? It's the same question.
Why everybody concerned about
Yeah, no, it's just the same point. We
So-
don't need a medical during registration. Yeah, that's a good
No.
answer. Yeah, you don't need it. Because in Express Entry and other students say. So Salam Humanjalak. Thank you. I have the list you want. Okay, Radnesh. Yeah, no, Radnesh, we don't need the list. It's pretty straightforward. For the documents, you have to make sure for the new PR stream opening on May 6th, you prove the eligibility. That's it. And then later you will upload your police clearance and your medical. If I submit all documents for a study permit on April 10th or 10th, 2000, when can I expect the decision? Maybe in May or June, right, Uman? Yeah.
It's from inside or outside?
I don't know. Do I need to
Yeah.
print any application or would it all be online? They need to, you can fill out the application forms for the new PR stream and upload. You don't need to technically print them. You can fill them on your computer.
Yeah.
Amir Rahim Far, in order to show that I'm currently working, can I show my contract? Yes, but it's better to also show some pay slips, but better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
From TR to PR. Yeah. If you don't have pay slips, maybe upload your CRA-T4 if you're working for the same employer since last year. And if you have pay slips, a current employment reference. If not, just do the contract and pay slips. So whatever combination works for you. Have they released the details on the CIC regarding the TR to PR? Check our social media. There's snapshots of the stages. The guide will probably be released to maybe on May 6th or a day before. Oliver Lou is asking, there's no intake cap for French-speaking graduates, right? Correct. There's no cap. You have until November 5th to apply. And I believe, Nikesh is asking, if approval received for PR application to submit documents and current work permit of 5 years is completing, how to stay in Canada, what visa? You need a bridging work permit. So if your PR eligibility documents are accepted, you will receive a letter telling you the instructions on bridging your work permit and staying inside of Canada and continuing to work. So don't worry about that. Last question before we sign off, everybody. If I submit documents, I said this applied from outside of Canada. Oh, it was from outside of Canada, Human. They applied on April 12th. I would say give it 45 to 60 days. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Rajiv.
90%.
Yeah, Rajiv. Okay, so thank you, everybody. We're back here Thursday evening to explain to everybody how we registered our clients and got their PRs. So in case you had confusion that day, on Thursday evening, we will be live and we'll tell you all about it, how we registered our clients. And next Tuesday, we're back online, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're here every Tuesday, 9 a.m., 5 p.m. North America's Eastern Standard Time to answer all your questions related to Canadian immigration, okay? So make the most of it. Tell your friends and family if they need just how to fill out a form, where to find information. Are they eligible for specific programs? Take care, everybody. Thanks, Human. Yeah, exactly. If you have any follow-up questions, always feel free to send us a message on our website. Thank you. Take care, everybody.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hold on, I want to cut this off.